Hi, I'm Gil.
And I'm Ben.
And I'm Tori.
And we're ready to assemble America. Okay, everybody. Today we're going to do a Billy bookcase. This is one of IKEA's most popular items and one of their simplest items.
Okay.
So let's start with parts identification for everybody. We're going to show you the bookcase has two sides, the left side and the right side. We always suggest when you get ready to perform your assembly to put all of your facing edges pointed toward each other. It gives you a point of reference when you go to and put in your dowels and your
cam
post. So we're going to show you what the parts are now. Trey, going to pull those out. While Tori's pulling those out, Ben, let's get our first assembly pieces. All right, guys, these are the parts that came with this bookcase.
All right.
Of course, we all know this is a cam lock. This is a cam post. This wooden dowel, shelf pin, and the old-fashioned nail.
Okay, what is this?
This is a securing bracket for the wall, just an anti-tilt mechanism. Some we'll show later.
Would that be for maybe if you have a child?
Oh, you definitely want to use this if you got a child around.
Okay.
Definitely. For most of the people that shop IKEA, they offer this handy tool set, and it basically has everything you need to assemble anything IKEA. And in this set, we'll have your typical hammer. You have a screwdriver with interchangeable heads. You can put any bit in there that you need, and it comes with an assortment of bits. Also comes with a pair of pliers and a wrench. Very handy indeed. All right, guys, let's go ahead and proceed with step one in the book. In step one, what you want to do is go ahead and insert the cam post into the holes that's designated. You can always tell the cam post holes, they're a little smaller than the dowel holes. So if you can see Ben, he's got the cam, he's tightening it down. Tori's doing the same thing on his end. And as he goes along with the insertion, we're using enough pressure on top to drive that baby home. All right, looking good, guys. Mm-hmm. And in step one, you always want to remember, if you can keep your both ends facing each other, it makes it a whole lot easier to find out which hole you're working with. And let's go ahead and put a couple of dowels in. These are the wooden dowels. As you can see, if you're looking at your instruction book, you see they're going on the outside of your cam post. Need a couple of them, Tori, you good?
I need about two more.
There you go.
Thank you.
Very welcome.
Fantastic. You think you guys were pros.
As we try to
All right, we got one more end to do here on the bottom end. We're just going to slide this way a little bit so people at home can see.
Do you have any
Yes.
peg?
Now on this end, it's a little different. We've actually got 4 dowel holes. You're going to put 4 in the bottom. The bottom 2 holes are for your balance. That's the decorative edge that goes across the bottom. Once we're done here, we're ready to prep our shelves. Remember, when you pull out your parts, be sure to do a part count. In the front of your book, it tells you exactly how many you should have. All right, everybody, we've gone to page 2 now. And on page 2, we begin to do your actual assembly. First thing you want to do, though, is prep all of your fastening shelves. You can tell the fastening shelves because they all come with the little holes on the back. So, Tori, let's go ahead and show them how this happens. On each of your cam locks, there's a little arrow that shows you which way your holes are. So when you make your connection into the cam post, it's true and you don't have to fumble with it. So remember, each cam lock comes with a little arrow that actually points to the way that it should be orientated towards your holes. All right, guys, let's start putting this baby together. All right, everybody, we're ready for steps 3 and 4 now. So, Tori, let's go ahead and show the folks how to install this shelf. Remember, you got a cam post and a cam. These are your cams. These are the points where you want your cam to be inserted. Let's show them, son. Put it in over the cam post. Go ahead and put it in. As you insert it, put down some pressure. Ready with your screwdriver. Now, you do remember that little arrow? You want to turn that arrow to a 180 degrees. You want to turn it counter of where it is now. That ensures a tight fastening. All right, Ben, we're gonna be doing the same thing. Remembering to keep your facing edges clean. This is your back. Ben's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna turn it 180 degrees to lock it in. Now we're gonna get to something where we see a lot of mistakes being made. This is your bottom shelf, center shelf. Now we're moving to your top shelf. The thing about the top shelf is you don't want these cam locks shown. So we're gonna install this so that they're on the top of your shelf and not being seen from the inside of your shelf. Let's show them, Ben. As you can see, this finished edge is on the inside. This is the unfinished edge on the outside. So when you stand it up, you're looking at a clean finish on the inside. He's gonna lock that in. All right, everybody, we're gonna move on to step 6, but before we do, we're gonna remember we put in our cam locks. They're already pointed toward the hole with a little arrow. And we're also going to insert our balance. This is the decorative bottom to your bookcase. It goes right in over those dowels, just like that. Now we're ready to put your other top part on. Come on, guys, let's do it. You see, we're going to line it up. Dowels over the dowel holes. Cam posts over the cam locks. All going in nice and pretty. Alrighty, give it a slap. Let's tighten it down. There you go. Go ahead and lock it down. Ben's locking his down. Remember, you're turning this 180 degrees. And it's all done. All right, everybody. Now we're at step 6. Step 6 is simply identifying a line that's going to give you an idea of where your center shelf is. The reason this is important is because you're going to put a row of nails across your backing to help secure it. So you look at the center, use our Sharpie here, draw a line on this side, Sharpie, draw a line on that side, and that completes step 6. Step 7 is inserting the back. Let's do that, Tori. In your IKEA bookcase at the very bottom, there's this curved edge, and this is part where we're going to guide it right through the slots on the back. It'll come right through like that. Benjamin, grab it there. And it falls all the way to the top. Keep in mind, we're going to flush it up. Make sure it's clean on the top and the bottom. It is. And we're going to get a shelf. Some they don't tell you in the book, but we're going to get a shelf. And we're going to use the back edge. We're going to line it up with the 2 lines we did earlier. And that's going to give us a clean line to nail on. Right across the center of that center shelf. Step 8 is nailing it on. Let's get busy, guys. I'll nail along the center here. Ben and Tori is going to nail along the top and the bottom. Take your time and space your nails evenly. Take your time, ladies and gentlemen. Tap it and then drive it home. All right, that's the end of step 8. All right, guys, we're moving on to step 9 and 10, about to finish it up. Step 9 is actually inserting the pegs. We've already done a couple of shelves, but you want to count up to your 5th hole from the bottom. So that's 1 up to the 5th hole. And you guys are going to go ahead and insert those. That's the next shelf, and then there's another shelf level. You can do the same, count up from the bottom up to your 5th hole. Give you some even spacing. 10th step is simply inserting your shelves. It's the back edge. Bottom has the cutouts. And your front edge. Billy bookcase is very, very simple. And our final shelf.
Put a tip.
Put it in. And that's Billy. I want to thank everybody for being with us. Guys, great job.